The Seventh Ray by the Ascended Master Saint Germain. The Law of Forgiveness. The question has frequently been asked, what is the proper attitude to take when one becomes aware of a projection charged with anger, hate, or other evil intent against oneself or perhaps another person who might not be conscious of the attack? In cases of this kind, I have always thought that the most merciful and divinely intelligent proceeding is to immediately seize that energy mentally, surround it completely with the cosmic fiery consuming flame, and thus cleanse and purify it before it can take the form of some destructive manifestation and start back on its return journey to its sender. I would then call to the Christ self of the projector, asking it to illumine the consciousness so that it will see and revoke the error of its ways. It is the unconsumed evil creations on the earth that when they meet create those great riptides that spew forth destruction in the shape of tornadoes, earthquakes, and all the other frightful manifestations the human consciousness is pleased to label accidents. It is an act of great merit to invoke the fiery consuming flame to sweep into all vortices of evil and to seek out by means of its omniscient consciousness the generators of that misqualified energy, consume all the motivating impulses back of them, and transmute by the power of its flame the evil appearances already created. There is nothing gained by driving misqualified energy back into its creator, because by the very act of misqualification, the generator proves that he is ignorant of the divine nature of all energy and is in dire need of the application of the cosmic fiery flame of love and mercy, rather than an intensification of the quality of evil which would be caused by the return of his own energy before the discord was consumed, with the added qualification, perhaps, of the witness's disapproval or resentment. Persistent and consistent use of the purifying and consuming fiery flame of freedom's love will ultimately free the life stream entirely from the accumulation of discord which makes the present karma and limitation. It will also build an impregnable wall of light around the user, keeping out the discord that is continually floating in the atmosphere caused by the emanation of others. When perfect harmony is evident in the daily life of the individual, then it may be said that he has used the merciful and forgiving power of God's cleansing flame enough. Here I would remind the students that the creative centers, thought and feeling, in the consciousness must be employed in molding out of the universal light the manifestations and substance they require to replace the appearance to be dissolved. There is no substitute for the visualization of dynamic, positive thought and feeling forms that will externalize as good of every description. Generalities are not specific. When we choose to precipitate a dinner, for instance, every loaf of bread, every piece of fruit is designed within the consciousness. Our life is breathed into the light substance to form the design, and not until then is it lowered into form. So must it be with everyone who chooses to enjoy the beautiful manifestations of the third-dimensional plane. Experiment with your creative faculties. I did this myself for years before I attained my complete emancipation from the limitation of the human consciousness. Choose a simple design and mold it out of the light substance. Then, when you hold its manifest form in your hands, you will have more confidence in the power of your own life energy to create and sustain your heart's desires within your own sphere of influence and in the attainment of your own individual governing power. Take the motto: know, dare, do, and be silent. This makes for success.